Hello and welcome. I'd like to ask you if you know what a monkey brancher is. What is a monkey brancher? A monkey brancher is someone who reaches out from the tree that they're already in and tries to connect themselves to another tree before letting go of the first tree that they're already in. And when it comes to men, a monkey brancher, that is someone who is already in a relationship, usually a marriage of sorts or a long-term commitment, maybe even a common law situation. And they don't like their partner, wife, lover, whatever it is, they don't like that person right now. And so they're looking for another person to do all the duties that a woman would normally do in a relationship, usually the domestic duties plus some sex, of course. So usually these men aren't getting what they want. They're not getting what they want, and they're forgetting the reason they're not getting what they want is because of their own behavior. But we'll set that aside and just focus on the monkey brancher. So the monkey brancher will try to get in a woman's space, into her presence, and see what she's got going on. And his only intent is to cause chaos. You see, that woman has something that he wants. Usually it's sex, but there's more to it than that. He wants his lunches made. He wants his laundry done. He wants to be satisfied in the bedroom. He wants it all because, of course, that's what men are, self-centered. And when a man is self-centered and he's not being self-centered by his partner of sorts, then he goes and looks for it somewhere else. And as you know, I'm as single as they come. I'm single and will never marry. I will always stay single and reap the benefits of men without having to commit to them. I'm smarter than the average woman who can't seem to just do it all by herself. Well, I'll tell you what, sir. I'll tell you what. I know that I sat next to you today and it bothered you. It bothered you that I was close enough for you to smell my perfume. Please excuse me. It bothered you that you could smell my perfume. And you sat there and could feel the heat radiating off my soft, moist skin. And you're mad at yourself for being such a douchebag. And I intentionally sat next to you while you shoved your gas station food down your gullet. You didn't even taste it. I didn't even see what it was. I did see a sweet treat on your napkin, though. I did see a sweet treat. And I apologize for my allergy right now. Me speaking of him must be triggering. And I purposely sat with one chair in between us. And I let him sit there and fume underneath his breath while he shoved his food in his mouth. And I purposely let him wonder what the hell is going on. Because, you know, he tried to give me the silent treatment, and as we know, I always get the last word. I always get the last word. And so, this particular individual, I caught him looking at me out in the parking lot as he was getting into his truck. I saw you. I saw you. And now you can go about your day and think about how you're not in my presence anymore. You could think about what I probably look like when I'm not dressed in heels and skirts and nice tops. You can think about how I go home to a clean and peaceful, quiet home, and you go home to nothing but chaos. The same chaos you're trying to cause me. The same chaos you're trying to cause me. You see, he's not going to leave his dusty little wife. It's cheaper to keep her, you know. We all know that. And his problems, every single one of his problems stemmed from his choices. Every single one. And every single one of our successes stems from our choices as well. But these choices burn. They burn real bad. It's like that burn that really never heals. It's the kind of burn that leaves scars and raised up welts on the heart. And it's really a generational curse. Because down the line, there's other people repeating the same mistakes. There's people down the line repeating the same mistakes. And of course, I can't tell you more than that, just in case. But I will tell you this. It's rather funny to feel the heat between us, because he was really trying to monkey branch. And don't worry, I wasn't the only one. He was looking into other women too. And what he does is he tries to see what kind of access he needs. He tries to see what kind of access he needs. What does he need to do to get in there? And once he realizes that other person is way too smart for him, then he backs off and gives the silent treatment and makes excuses. Somebody told me to stay away from you. Really? Now that's a lie. And now we all know that's a lie. I have something you want, sir. I have something you want. I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. And you know, we may as well touch up on a few other things. The person who texted the other day asking how I was doing, I sent a text today. And I said, hey, I should probably tell you I'm married now. I should probably tell you I'm married now and I don't want to hear from you anymore. And I hit the block button. I only hit the block button for a few hours just so that they can burn and make a response and see that it wasn't delivered. They can see it wasn't delivered. And then later I unblocked because I always keep the thread open. I keep that thread open because I want to see exactly what was said the last time we talked. So when they do come back, I know exactly what's going on. I used to put everybody that I didn't like on block and throw them in the trash bin, but I don't do that anymore. I let them think they're blocked because they always come back. And it's always men, but every now and then there's a woman that does it too. One lady told me my voicemail was too sexy. I didn't know there was such a thing. I didn't know there was such a thing. Why are you so jealous that my voicemail is too sexy, Wendy? Yes, Wendy, I'm talking to you. Wendy with an I. And so there are a few that do try to slide back in. But I've had an epiphany in the last couple days, and that epiphany is I will always stay single. And this particular individual that I sat next to this morning, he told me himself that I am too smart to deceive. I am too smart to play a game on. And that's where he decided he was gonna try to give me the cold shoulder, and now it's backfiring. Why is it backfiring? It's cuffing season, baby. It's cuffing season. And his wife is out of the country until at least Christmas time. His wife is out of the country till at least Christmas time. So that means what? He has to do it all himself. Deal with kids, deal with his other kids, deal with grandkids, deal with work. Who's doing the laundry? Who's cooking meals? It won't be me. It won't be me. And as we have Thanksgiving coming up, you can bet that this person's going to show up more and more. Maybe get a meal, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to cook if he always is stopping at the gas station. He knows I can cook. Oh, he knows I can cook. And he thinks that he hurts my feelings if I bring something and he doesn't touch it. Not in my world, baby. Not in my world. And why is that? Well, someone else is always there to pick up the slack, my dear. So if I make a nice homemade little something treat and I happen to bring it to share, guess what? Somebody else is always willing to take a piece of my food. Somebody else is always willing. And if my love language is sharing and I'm always giving and men are always taking, then that means there's somebody else in line to take your spot, sir. There's somebody else in line to take your spot. And while you may think that you're rejecting me, what you're really doing is leaving room for somebody else. You're leaving room for somebody else, and I promise you they will happily step in. They will happily step in. and they will step in with their own chaos, but it won't be nearly as toxic as yours. It won't be nearly as toxic as yours.